As regarding protection to life and personal liberty, as under Article 21, we have already critically analyzed the very interpretations made by the apex court in regarding those facets which fall under protection to life and personal liberty in almost in part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, and part 6, which we have already completed and uploaded the concerned videos. And in this video, in this class, we will critically analyze exactly those other facets that we have selected. As under part 7, one is right to livelihood, and the second one is health, and under health there is right of patient's medical aid and medical confidentiality, and in the third head that we have selected right to health. So, regarding the first one, right to livelihood, we have to discuss the very decision of Supreme Court delivered in 2015 in the leading case Charu Khurana versus Union of India. And in this particular leading case, it was pronounced by the apex court that Clause 4 of violence framed by the cine costume makeup artist and hairdressers association, a registered trade union restricting membership of association only to men such as makeup men, costume men, and hairdressers violates Section 21 of the Trade Unions Act 1926. For the Act has not made any distinction between men and women. Had it made a bold distinction, it would have been undoubtedly unconstitutional. The legislature, by way of amendment in section 21A of the Act of 1926, has only fixed the age. The clause, apart from violating the statutory command, also violates the constitutional mandate, which postulates that there cannot be any discrimination on the ground of sex. Such discrimination in the access of employment and to be considered for the employment unless some justifiable riders are attached to it cannot withstand scrutiny when the access or entry is denied. Article 21, which deals with livelihood, is offended. It also works against the fundamental human rights. Such kind of debarment creates a concavity in her capacity to earn her livelihood. As it was pronounced in this particular leading case, Charu Khurana versus Union of India in 2015. And now we'll go to the second important leading case, and that is Narmada Bachao Andalan versus State of Madhya Pradesh. In that particular leading case, it was pronounced that acquisition of land does not violate any constitutional or fundamental rights of the displaced persons. However, they are entitled to resettlement and rehabilitation as per the policy framed for the ouster of the concerned project. And now we'll go to the third important leading case, and that is relating to state of Himachal Pradesh versus Raja Mahendra Pal, which was decided in 1999 by our Supreme Court, where it was declared the violation of the right to livelihood is required to be remedied, but the right to livelihood as contemplated under Article 21 of the Constitution cannot be so widely construed, which may result in the defeating the purpose sought to be achieved by the aforesaid article. It is also true that the right to livelihood would include all attributes of life, but the same cannot be extended to the extent that it may embrace or take within its ambit all sorts of claims relating to the legal or contractual rights of parties, completely ignoring the person approaching the court and the alleged violation of the said right, as it was pronounced by our apex court in this leading case, State of Himachal Pradesh versus Raja Mahendra Pal in the year 1999. And now we'll go to the last important leading case relating to right to livelihood is Narendra Kumar versus State of Haryana, and the very year was 1995, and it was decided by our apex court, where it declared right to livelihood is an integral facet of right to life. And now we'll go to the second facet that we have selected under part 7 is health. So it was pronounced in this particular important leading case, State of Punjab versus Mahinder Singh Chawla, that right to life includes the right to health. And now, under that, we have also framed another facet, that is right of patient to be treated with dignity. And in that connection, we will discuss the important leading case, that is Balram Prasad versus Kunal Saha, a case of 2014 decided by the Supreme Court, where it was pronounced that right to life and personal liberty under Article 21 of the Constitution also includes right of patients, patients to be treated with dignity. And now we'll go to another facet, that is regarding medical aid and medical aid in government hospitals. And in that connection, we'll discuss one important leading case, and that is Paramanand Khatra versus Union of India in 1989. Supreme Court declared that failure on the part of the government hospital to provide timely medical treatment to a patient in need of such treatment amounts to violation of the right to life. And another facet of health is medical confidentiality. And regarding medical confidentiality, we'll discuss one important leading case, and that is the very important leading case relating to Tokuga Apothoma versus Apollo Hospital in 1998. The Supreme Court expressed that medical aid or medical confidentiality as relating to this is that the medical confidentiality as relating to health, which falls under Article 21 of the fundamental rights. In this particular leading case, it was expressed that the very decision which held that if a prospective spouse has an apprehension that the other prospective spouse is suffering from AIDS, the farmer has a right to seek information about the latter's disease from the hospital where blood reports of the latter are available. This right is part of the right to life as it was decided in this very leading case. Tokugla Apothoma versus Apollo Hospital in 1998 by the Supreme Court. And the third facet that we have selected, which falls under Part 7, is relating to right to health, and relation to that we will discuss some important leading cases such as Occupational Health and Safety Association versus Union of India in 2014. The Supreme Court expressed that right to health is right to live in a clean, hygienic and safe environment is a right flowing from Article 21 of the Constitution as it was decided in this important leading case. Occupational Health and Safety Association versus Union of India in 2014 as it was declared by our Supreme Court. And the next important leading case was MC Mehta versus Union of India of a case of 1987 where Supreme Court declared that right to healthy environment is a part of right to life and personal liberty, and the conservation and protection of environment is an inseparable part of right to life. And now we'll go to the third important leading case, that is Dr. B.L. Vadhera versus Union of India, and it was a leading case of 1996 where the Supreme Court expressed that this right to healthy environment itself includes pollution free water and air. So it is a part of right to life and personal liberty as we found under Article 21 of the Constitution. And now we'll go to the last important leading case relating to this passage, which is falling under right to health, is Vellore Citizens Welfare Forum versus Union of India. In 1996, Supreme Court expressed that protection against hazardous industries is a duty of the state as it falls under right to life and personal liberty as it is enshrined under Article 21 of the Constitution. So, in Part 7, that we have framed as regarding the very scope and jurisdiction of Article 21, which provides protection of life and personal liberty. So, how, by the very interpretation of the apex court or Supreme Court, its very scope and jurisdiction is widening day by day. So, every facet of life is falling under the very ambit of this provision of Article 21 relating to protection of life and personal liberty. So, in our next part, that is part 8, that we have framed, we would like to discuss certain other facets which are falling under Article 21, such as adultery, beauty contest, teasing, passive euthanasia, polygraph and brain finger printing, and right to die, so also attempted suicide and rehabilitation and resettlement. So that we will discuss in our upcoming video.